Good morning. Thanks for joining us for Local 3 News. I'm Rebecca Bartleby, and joining me this morning is Kevin Sirkowski from the Marquette Fire Department. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and so last hour we talked about strategies for exit plans when there's a fire, what people need to do to get outside, get away from that fire. But now we're going to talk about what happens after they get out. What should they do?
Yep. Yeah, so like we talked about before, exit drills in the home. It's super important to kind of stress with families, especially with young kids and such, to once you exit the home, you kind of have a pre-plan of, crawling out once you hear the smoke detector, feeling for doors that they're shut to make sure there's no fire behind. If there is smoke, to make sure you stay as low as possible and to get out. And also, if you can't get out, to also have a plan as well. Once we kind of always like hitting, especially with younger kids and such, once they're out of the house, to never go back inside. When I get to a fire with my crew, we got 6 guys on duty today. Everybody's got a job, so whether it's to force a door, stretch a line, could be just throwing ladders. Everybody's got a job, and the captain, he's going to be going around the entire building. He's also going to be looking for whether it's mom, dad, any kids, any grandparents, anybody who might be from inside the home, to make sure that everybody is out. If somebody, let's say, is still inside and we have somebody run back inside to try to get them out, it could be potentially a second rescue, and we want to kind of avoid that. If they go inside, they can become entrapped, they could fall through a floor, and they can potentially get overwhelmed with deadly gases and such. So we always like to emphasize, especially with little kids, staying outside of the house and meeting at a meeting spot, whether it's a fire hydrant, it could be a neighbor's house, could be just a tree in front of the house, because when our captain's going around the building that might be on fire, he's going to be kind of asking whoever might be outside.
Definitely. And so, I've heard that firefighters, they like to also teach children to not be afraid of them. I mean, you're in a different clothing that they're not used to. Yep. So can you kind of just go into that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of the gears, and especially for October, for Fire Safety Month, we like kind of throwing on our gear and stuff, showing them we're not scary, it's just firefighter Kevin underneath all the gear. But if there is ever an instance where somebody is trapped inside, and this isn't just for kids or anything like that as well, to make yourself well present, get to a window, open it up, try to open it up and throw something out possibly, and just make yourself known, your presence known, so we can kind of rescue.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And for more information, you can check out our website, upmatters.com, and to the Local 3 News tonight at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock Central for more local news, weather, and sports.